Alright, what's up guys? New video today. I'm very excited to bring you this. I'm actually doing some Beetrooper combos. Mighty Neptune just came out and he's actually a pretty good card. He helps he's really helping. He's really good in the deck because he can help you recycle resources and kind of keep going. He's very, very easy to summon. You always summon him in turn 1. He's probably one of the only cards in the new support that's actually good. The rest of the cards are very, very lackluster. But this is basically what we need. We just need Resonance Insect. You play 3 copies of this. Any free insect special summon. This could be instant fusion, the new instant fusion, ready fusion. This could be any of the battle wasps that special summon themselves. Basically any free insect special summon, and that's all you need. Or it can actually be the bomber, the Beetrooper bomber, and then we need 1 discard. This could obviously be anything at all, anything on the planet, Ash, anything. Just any free card to discard. So what you need to do for this is special summon your free insect in whatever way it specifies, and then you have to normal summon the Resonance Insect. The first combo I'm going to show you is going to be the kind of like the more standard one that you see more often. The second one is one that I've sort of innovated, so definitely stay tuned for that second one if you've already seen this very first one. So now you can go into, link these two away, the primitive butterfly and the Resonance Insect, into an armored horn. Activate the effect of Resonance Insect in graveyard to add to hand a level 5 or higher insect, which will be the Doom Dozer. Now we can special summon the Doom Dozer by banishing 2 insects from the graveyard, which will trigger the effect of Resonance Insect since it was banished. And now we can send an insect to the graveyard, which in this case will be Gokipol, and activate the effect of Gokipol in order to add a level 4 monster, level 4 insect to our hand, which will be the Resonance Insect. Now we're going to activate the effect of Beetrooper Armored Horn to normal summon the Resonance Insect, and we're going to link those two away to make an Inzektor Picoflane. And we're going to, yes, activate multiple effects. We're going to activate the Inzektor by discarding and then attaching, and then we are going to activate the graveyard effect of the other Resonance Insects since they are not once per turn at all. So with our Resonant Insect Chainlink 2, we're going to add Mighty Neptune. And with our Chainlink 1, the Inzektor, we're going to attach yet another copy of Resonant Insect. So you're basically going through all 3 copies in 1 turn. Now we're going to link these 2 away to make our giant monster the Invincible Atlas. And we're going to again activate the effect of Resonant Insect in the graveyard to add Sting Lanus. Now we can activate the graveyard effect of Armored Horn to banish Resonance Insect, and if you play 1 copy of Gokipol, but I play more than 1, so we're going to banish the Doom Dozer to put that back in our deck later on. So we're going to summon that Armored Horn, and we're going to activate both copies of Resonance Insect. And yes, we're going to activate the other one. So we're going to activate both. Again, not once per turn. Obviously the best card in the deck. We're going to send Scary Moth. And we're going to send Traptrix Murmelio because that has an effect when it's special summoned to destroy a spell and trap card. So it's pretty good to have in graveyard so that you can have access to it and bring it back. Now we can special summon the Mighty Neptune by basically it shuffles back 3 banished. Resonance Insect, and Doom Dozer is usually pretty good because then you can reuse the Resonance Insect, and of course the Doom Dozer becomes a bigger problem later on. Now we can activate the Invincible Atlas, attributing the Armored Horn, which will banish itself to special summon a Beetrooper monster. In this case, we will summon the Scout Buggy, and the Scout Buggy will summon another Scout Buggy, which is pretty awesome. And then obviously while it's in the field, we can only go into insects, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to go into Cicada King right here and summon it 100% in attack mode. Make sure it's in attack mode. And right here we can hit the end phase. This isn't the end board yet because we'll actually continue to make it better. Hit the end phase, activate, yes, the effect of Neptune to increase the attack of Cicada King. And then we're going to chain to that with the Cicada King, which will basically negate a monster effect by detaching. And obviously you want to change itself to defense after everything. So yeah, you change it to defense, And now since the Cicada King has changed to defense, it's changed its battle position, we can special summon an insect monster from our graveyard or from our hand. You do not want to summon this. What you do want to summon is either Myrmelio, which pops a spawn trap card when it's special summoned, or the Scary Moth, which is basically like Winda. You can only special summon once per turn. So we're going to summon that, and we're going to end here. Whatever our opponent does, they're kind of screwed. Basically what they're locked under is they can only special summon once, and you can negate a monster effect, which is pretty cool. This is just obviously just a board with 2 cards. On top of that, this card has an effect to target a card in your opponent's graveyard, an insect in your graveyard, and shuffle it back, and then special summon this and search a Beetrooper card, which is also pretty cool. But basically, yeah, this is what this does. It's like a graveyard interruption and a search, a monster negate, and then on top of that, your opponent basically is playing under 1 special summon. It's like a summon limit on legs. So that is combo number 1. I think it's pretty cool. And on top of that, basically when they hit the end phase, if they only special summon once, when they hit that end phase, they're basically going to lose here, because this monster's 3,000, this monster's 3,000. This monster actually increases monsters by 1,000 every end phase. Also, again, you could just negate that effect and then special summon like a scout buggy and then just have a ton of link materials for the following turn. But that is basically combo number 1. Combo number 2 is even more innovative than combo number 1, but let's go to that right now. Alright, so this is combo number 2. It starts exactly the same way. Just extender and resonance insect. So we're going to special summon the extender first, or whichever direction you have to do. Then we're going to normal summon the resonance insect. It's going to look the same from the beginning, but basically we're going to go into the armored horn, and then we're going to activate the resonance insect to add to our hand. We're going to add the Doom Dozer. You guys have seen this before. This is basically like the very standard start to this combo. We're going to banish both of our monsters in the graveyard, summon Doom Dozer. We're going to activate the effect in graveyard in order to send, which will of course be Gokipole, one of the best starters in the deck. Send Gokipole, activate Gokipole. This time we are going to, instead of the resonance insect adding to our hand, we're actually going to add Myrmelio, which, if you don't know, Myrmelio on normal summon adds any trap hole card. So we're going to activate the effect of Armor Horn. Immediately normal summon the Myrmelio. Since Myrmelio was normal summon, we're going to activate its effect. And here we can search for any of these guys, which are all fairly good cards. We can add Gravedigger, which obviously stops either a graveyard effect or a hand effect. Both very important in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is a permanent Book of Moon. Your opponent can't flip it back up, and as you know, you can't link summon with face down monsters. Bottomless, everybody knows it's a classic, and this card is actually pretty good because this deck does not play a lot of trap cards. But basically what this card says is if you control no traps in the graveyard, you can target 2 monsters on the field and destroy them, which is pretty good. It's like I don't even know what to really compare it to. It's like just double destruction at no cost as long as you don't have a trap card. I like to go for this card generally because, again, it's just free double pop, which this deck actually lacks. It lacks a lot of interruptions, so that I think is pretty good to have. Now we're going to special summon by linking away the Myrmelio and the Doom Dozer since they're insects. Activate on summon the Picoflane by discarding the forbidden, whatever your extra card is. But you can actually discard the Treacherous Trap Hole if you really wanted to. Like it's a way to get a free card in hand. But we're gonna discard the extra card to attach a resonance insect to our card here, to attach to our Neptune. And now we're going to link the 2 of them away to make our Atlas, our link 4. And we're going to definitely activate the effect of Resonance Insect to add to our hand a level 5 or higher, which will be the Mighty Neptune. And now we're going to activate the Armored Horn in the graveyard to banish 2, which will be the Resonance Insect and the Doom Dozer, because we want to get it back in our deck, and the Gokipole, because we want those cards definitely back in our deck. And we're going to activate the effect of Resonance Insect since it was banished again to send another thing, which will be the Scary Moth. Now we're going to activate the effect of the Mighty Neptune. Shuffle back Resonance Insect, and Doom Dozer in order to special summon itself for free. And this is where the variety kind of comes. So you're going to activate the effect of Invincible Atlas to tribute the Armored Horn. And then you can do one of two things. You can actually just special summon the Sting Langer and keep it on board, and then you can search. And with Sting Langer, you can actually do this combo. Would be better if you could get a buggy in the graveyard right now. But basically, what you will do is you're going to use Sting Langer to basically just search the counter trap, which is pretty useful. So you would have, if you decided to summon the Sting Lancer, you would have Treacherous Trap Hole, and you would have the Beetrooper counter trap. Or you could do the other thing, which is just summon the buggy, and then you can go into Cicada King, and then with the Cicada King, you can summon the Scary Moth, kind of like combo number one. But really, it's up to you which direction you can have. Again, you can search the counter trap, or you can search the Scout Buggy. But generally, the Scout Buggy play is going to be a lot better. So we're going to summon the Scout Buggy, activate the effect of Scout Buggy on summon, to special summon another Scout Buggy from our deck. And then we're going to do the same thing we did in the first combo, which is overlay the two of them. Overlay the two of them to summon the Cicada King. In attack mode, same as before. So now we're going to set our Treacherous Trap Hole, and we're going to hit the end phase, and we're going to activate the effect of the Mighty Neptune to increase the attack of Cicada King. We're going to immediately chain Cicada King to negate that effect. It doesn't negate and destroy, so it's fine. Detach, and then we are going to activate the effect of Cicada King to change its battle position. And then, since its battle position was changed, we're going to activate its other effect again to special summon either Mammalia or Scary Moth from our graveyard in defense mode. And that's a pretty darn good board right there. Basically, what we have is our opponent can only summon once, and then we have a monster negate, and then on top of that, we have Treacherous Trap Hole or any of the Trap Hole cards to basically provide an additional interruption. In this case, we can pop two monsters. Also, Floodgate Trap Hole would be really good in this situation because basically our opponent would normal summon a monster. We just Floodgate Trap Hole, and then you have Scary Moth on the field, and they can't do anything else. They can't link summon it away. Even if they were to out the Scary Moth, they still couldn't do anything else. So yeah, this would be a pretty darn good board. But that is kind of the second thing. Also, like I said, we could have gotten rid of the Cicada King, instead just had the counter trap, so we could sit on a counter trap and a Treacherous Trap Hole. Either combo would be pretty decent. But that is basically it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. Have a terrific day, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, check out the other videos on the channel, and please subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Again, thank you so much. Have a terrific day.